So look, y'all, I got this gate that I put here several years ago, about 6 years. I had this little controller here. I think the company was Cozy. It was something I found on Amazon years ago. I only paid a couple $100 for it, I believe. And it worked for 6 years. So I had to replace it. I had to replace it with this VEVOR. Now, the deal about this one is everything about it is bigger. The chain is bigger. The actual unit is bigger. It has more wattage. It is double the power. And the price was cheaper. And look at what it all came with. This went with the old system, and I'm thinking that I can program these to the new one. But it came with 6 remotes, which is great. The downside is they didn't put any batteries in any of them. It also came with a laser sensor, a radar sensor. And then it also came with 2 of these emergency release keys. So that's pretty nice. And look what else it comes with. It has a keypad that it comes with that I'm going to install on the outside of the gate. So this is a superior unit in every area, from the amount of product that it gives to the amount of gate that it opens. So I went ahead and got this thing installed, and I can show you a little bit about this old unit. So the first thing that I wanted to know is if I can just replace the old unit with the new unit. It has the same base, the same mounting location and bracket. So I was just checking that out to see if there is a possibility that I can get just an easy install with this without having to put holes in the concrete and stamp it down to the ground. So let's just take this off. Wow. So there's a lot to deal with on this, but I think we can get it done. But these are the bolts. Let's see how it lines up. It's pretty heavy. So looking at it, it looks like they are similar. They're real similar. This one looks like it's a tad bit bigger, but I'm not for sure. But it looks like I can get away with just taking these bolts off and keeping the same base that I have. So all I have is these 4 9/16 bolts to take off. Just like that. She's loose. So I'll just come to the other side to loosen the chain. And just like that, the chain is loose. I do have to remove this cover to access the wires. Okay, so these are the wires that are leading from the house in which I've already turned the power off to it. So don't have to worry about being shocked or anything like that. Power is already disconnected. And just like that, it's off. Um, let's see if this plate is the same size. And it is not. So I'm not going to get away with just being able to use the same base, because you can see here, it's not the same size. So what's happening is the old plate in between is longer. That's why I couldn't do a direct replacement. So I have to replace this centerpiece and drill new holes in the concrete to adjust for the new width. So that's what the deal is. And let's see, I have to use all new brackets because this is not going to, I have to use all new brackets because these two brackets don't align up. The holes don't align up. So I have to change the entire bracket anyway. So creating a new base for it is just real simple. They come with 4 bolts, 4 little small hex bolts with the for the center bracket. That's great. And all I have to do is replace the old one. I thought I was going to be able to reuse this bracket, but I can't. Because so I can tell you right now, if you're trying to replace one of these ones you got off of Amazon years ago from Cozy or whatever, this unit does not fit anything on this new unit. And anything on this new unit, you have to change the entire system out, which you see here. This is a lot stronger, 3,300 pounds, 1,400 pounds. There's a considerable size difference in between the two. I like this VEVOR. However, the instructions is incredibly stupid. I'm going to have to read it to you so you can see for yourself. Don't take my words for it. I'm going to actually read part of the instructions to you. So I got my grandbaby here. Hey, Ivy. Say hello. Can I have that? That's mine. And what we're going to do is read these instructions for you. And so you get an idea of what's going on. So these are the instructions for the infrared sensor guide. And literally, let's see Ivy. Ivy not giving me a chance to live my best life with this thing because she wants to mess with stuff. Ivy, let's see if I can get through this. The best install height should be big and 20 centimeters. Install distance to be no smaller than 2 meters. Okay. Install should make red outside. The protection equip perpendicularly to place is on line at same level. Install should install first to receive part. Install blast off part again. When together, always line receive the off light in the machine in order to put out. Then fix, connect the line to install completion, namely. And this is why you have to go online to try to, if you want to install it. You want to go online, find some channel like mine that's showing you how to get this stuff together. It's pretty straightforward on the powering. You want to, when you get your 110 wire on here, you want the black on the L, which is the line. Then you want the neutral, which is the white wire. It goes on the end. And of course, the bare wire is going to be your ground. That's the only 3 connections that you're going to make. However, it does come with a sensor, a radar sensor, and infrared sensor, and I believe it goes here. I'm going to have to figure out how to get that hooked up, because after you hear this instructions, trust me, it's stupid. That's all the connections that you have just to get the machine going, and then you just put this cap right back on it. And there's a screw there and 2 screws there, and it's completed. Now these are the radar sensors that I'm going to put on here. I'm probably going to put one right there, and the other one right there. These radar sensors. So I'm thinking that it helps when the car drives up, it stops if the gate is closing or something like that. So that's what I'm hoping it does. I hope it doesn't just open up when a car drives up. And another thing that is nice, it comes with 6 remotes. However, none of them come with batteries. So you're going to have to find batteries for it. So this is the batteries out of the old units that I had. I'm just going to take these batteries out and put them in here. So you're going to have to buy some batteries with this if you are planning on getting one. Now they also come with these cool caps that goes on the end. Just put them right there. It covers up the bolts. Really flimsy. I hope they don't just fly off, but they just fit on there just like that. And it's done. Let's see. Now I have to get in here and I have to take these wheels out, and I think there's a grease fitting on there. I need to grease my wheels for my gate. That's what the loud sound is. But for the amount of money I paid for it, I'm happy. That little cheap one lasted 6 years. I'm hoping to get at least that out of this one here. Maybe even more, because it's a double the strength and power of the last one. But yeah, go ahead and get you one of these if you have a sliding gate. Real simple. And if you're wondering how it knows how to stop, there's a magnet here, and when the magnet gets over there and it reaches the sensor there, it stops. So that's how it stops. That's how it knows how to stop. So now I just got to clean up my mess and start on some other projects. And I am tired, and I'm glad I got it done. Go ahead and button this up. I got to thank TikTok Shop for hooking me up with this. The prices that I saw other places were a lot more. Even for the cheaper one that I bought on Amazon is more than this double powered one from TikTok Shop. So it's definitely worth it. So you can go ahead and click on the link at the bottom here, and you can pick up one of these right here. It's real cheap. Like I said before, it was way cheaper than the one that's on Amazon. I always double check Amazon, but TikTok Shop has been cheaper on average on everything. So that is something that you can go and pick up for cheap, and you get more for your buck, more performance, a bigger unit. Is a no-brainer. I probably should have changed it out before I even had it. So, like I said, came with 6 of these. You're gonna have to put your own batteries in there, but it works. So now all I have to do is fix this squeaking wheel on here, and hopefully it lasts more than 7 years, 6 years like the last one did, and that was a little cheaper. Click on the link below, get yours, and get the road.